What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And before we jump into what everybody's, pretty much been sending me messages about why they are upset over some things that have been going on with Madden 20 Ultimate Team, we're going to go ahead and look at this. It's a beautiful thing. I know you guys depict it as a Raven. Obviously, many of you guys figure maybe it's Ray Lewis. They already showed you Ray Lewis with the update of the, the most recent update. You see that he's on the cover of what it is when you click on your actual game for Madden 20. So I don't think it's a secret, but it's a pretty nice screen. Very, very beautiful clouds. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need this kind of common effect. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna rage uncontrollably at some point when you log into a game. So this was very, very calming for me. I tweeted it out, put it on Instagram, all at GmiasWorld. Shout out to all of you guys that interacted with the photo. It is a beautiful thing. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into Ultimate Team, and we're gonna talk about this main thing that I thought EA addressed this in for Madden 19 going on into 20, because the complaints were so heavily put out there that I thought that they would make sure that this would not happen again. And look, I don't know what the issue is, but people are very, very upset about it. Now, what happens is this, right? For those of us that put in all the coins and everything into rookie premieres when the year is ending, which is a great idea from EA Sports to give people a chance to, get these rookies upgraded and get free parts of their team as the year goes on. We had an issue with having certain slots on their actual card, okay? It was addressed. They were aware of it. They wanted to make sure that these players could get abilities and things of that nature. Unfortunately for us, though, this card is an 86, okay, and he doesn't have a physical chem slot. And many of you guys are very upset about it, simply because it's like he's high enough. Tyreek Hill was also an 86, and he's able to get a physical chem slot, but that's due to the fact that he has a power up. With these cards, the way that they're set up, I understand. Some of the things that we argue about that I like that you guys don't like, we're gonna just agree to disagree. But when you guys make sense about what you're bringing to me, I understand it, and I'm gonna speak about it. I don't like it either. You know what I'm saying? Like this, for me, I feel that a card that's he's an elite card. Okay, he's an elite card. He's been upgraded. The card should already be preset with the fact that he should be able to have a physical chem slot. You guys are absolutely right. I'm not knocking that. Absolutely not. The reasoning behind why they may not want to do it, though, is because with the card starting off so low, it can create issues, with the rookie premiere for that aspect. I don't know what goes into building it, but because they come in 70 overalls and stuff like that, you see what I'm saying, guys? It's so much of a low overall. I don't know what it takes to then add stuff to it. I would have to ask and see exactly what goes into that. So as far as the rookie premieres go, I can understand, pretty much it's new technology that they're using with the way that they've been designing it, but it is something that we've complained about. If you look at Nick Bosa, who deserved to have an upgrade, probably gonna get something for most feared with the picture we just saw. He probably gets something because this dude is definitely feared because he's running through 3-4 guys at once. You see how his overall he's not elite, okay? So he's not 80 plus yet. So when they stock the cards, regularly and it's standard, maybe that has something to do with the programming. That's what I'm assuming, okay? Once they start to get upgraded, maybe a patch could fix it, maybe something else could happen. But again, these things, like most of you guys are saying, should have been planned ahead of time because you guys had some comments about it in 19. And a lot of the things that you guys do in the community, some of it, I'm like, what are you guys complaining about? What is that? But with this, you're absolutely right. It was something that was spoken about. It is something that possibly could have been built in the game and just not been an issue right now, but currently it is. So for many of you guys that got that upgrade, you wanted to add sprinter to him, you wanted to do other things to him, you wanted to add other things to the team. You wanted to make sure that your team got the full boost from it. That's pretty much what you guys are very, very upset about. You're like, listen, all right, he's stocked as a steal or whatever, great, but we want other things with it. Now, this is the point where you guys are just absolutely, totally correct. When you go to the card with the Gauntlet card, right? This card is near a 90 overall. He's near a 90 overall. And I didn't even realize this, guys, until it was brought to my attention that he couldn't get a physical chem slot because I wasn't looking to upgrade him like that until I saw that he was such a baller. Okay? So once I saw that, I'm like, he's so fast, everything like that. Why not? Why not try to upgrade him? I go there. And then you guys are right. why would a card that's almost a 90 not have a physical chem slot? It doesn't seem to make much sense. The rookie premiere, I understand, because those cards are preemptive, like it's already set before the game comes out, probably early design, whatever like that. But these cards are very, very high elites. So whatever the situation is, it's like, what is happening? It looks like pretty much you have to have a power up to do anything, which in my opinion doesn't make much sense, because like if everything is going to require a power up, you're not giving players the freedom to test out cards prior to spending the training to see if those cards actually work. And that was something that I thought they were going along the lines of doing. So this is something, like I said, when you guys put it out there like that, and shout out to all of you guys that were so respectable. If you guys notice, if you guys start to look through the comments, and you know, if anybody is doing anything crazy and being disrespectful, you probably won't see them again, because I have people monitor the chat. But a lot of you guys are learning that when you speak a certain way and you have respect about certain issues, even though it's a maximum rage and you're like, yo, what is going on? Why is this happening? You're gonna get the same effect. Because if you just go wild and savage or whatever like that, you gotta understand, they probably will just shut you out and not even listen to you like most people would do. Like, if a lot of you guys that speak on the internet like you speak to people in real life, you probably would not be able to speak anymore. And you guys know what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the way that you guys put it, and it was so many guys writing it, and all of you guys are just extremely respectable, which, you know, I commend you guys for that, because I know it's upsetting. You know, like, it's not like you guys watch me stream on Twitch. Look, I know it's upsetting when certain things are like, yo, why is this guy such a high overall and he doesn't have a physical chem slot? And you guys are probably planning like, yo, I'm gonna cop this dude and I'm gonna put this on him. And you're like, okay, where is it? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, where is it though? It doesn't make any sense. And again, I understand that it's clear, but you do get with this guy, you know, the X factor and all the other stuff, whatever. But almost being a 90, come on, it's no way a logical person is gonna be like, all right, bro, you guys are complaining too much. I have to agree. I think that he should have a physical chem slot. Now, this is another thing that we have to wait to see how it's gonna work, because as we go along, go further into MUT and, we get all this feedback to the team and see how they react to it, these things probably could be adjusted with a title update. They probably could add the physical chems to these players. But in my opinion, at that point, a lot of you guys are going to still be upset. And obviously you can't please everyone. But I still understand, what if you guys would still be upset even after they did it. Simply because you're missing out on a lot of things right now, like currently. Like, a lot of you guys that are going into games, if you had him, like for me right now, I got Sprinter ×2. Okay? So with Sprinter ×2, he would be a 90 speed. Also Devin Bush, he would be a 90 speed. So I'm missing out on that. Okay? For me, they don't really play. Well, Devin Bush is not really playing right now, but Devin White does. So that 90 speed would more than, help me out there on the field. Obviously, the different tiers. So once you hit the 90, he's going to be like locomotive, bro. Dude's a train. So while we wait for that to happen, we miss out on what our cards could actually do. And that's a lot of the things that go into scheming and trying to win games, because you're not going to just put players out there that don't make no sense. So when you look at it along those lines, I definitely understand what you're saying. And I definitely agree, because if you put Devin White in for the plays that I run, like say I'm running my 3-4 odd, and you guys have seen it, when I'm blitzing my whole team and my head coach and the cheerleaders and the owner of the team. If this guy is 90, he's going to scream a lot differently than if he's an 88. Why do I know that? Because I've tested it out. I've tested it out with fast players. I see what they do. Sometimes I sub in a sub linebacker like Pat Tillman, and you can see like EA did a better job with the way that speed mechanically works, with the exception of the way the cornerback wide receiver interactions are. That's still way too animation based, and the corner in most cases are going to win even when they're 4'2" and you have Randy Moss, which makes absolutely no sense. But that's the animations of the game. That's a whole nother different aspect of gameplay. But as far as the cards go and what they should be able to accomplish for you, when you look at these things and you're like, why would they not allow these things to happen? When you're actually investing in these cards. You play through the Gauntlet, which was a nightmare, and in most cases the Gauntlet was just wild. and you still can't get the maximum effect of your card. It starts to become, you know, very annoying. And then it's like, all right, I have to have a power up for everything. I can't just, you know, try the card out with this and whatever. Like, it starts to seem like, okay, what's going on here? Like, why do we need to do that? So as far as that goes, again, if you guys are going to use these cards, I still think that Devin White is the best Gauntlet player to use, just overall for what he brings to the table. Now, they did say some things about the Gauntlet upgrades that are going to be going on. So if once you get all, you know, all the Gauntlet tokens and the expert token and things of that nature, they're going to start adding it as they continue to put out the other gauntlets. But again, that's going to be too late to allow them to have these things. But remember though, remember this. If you were to also put it on these cards without having them as a power-up, if you were to go back and want to power them up, you would have to re-buy the things because it wouldn't be in the power-up. For those of you guys that are new to MUT, which a lot of you guys that are coming in are, if you don't start from the power-up adding the stuff, like from the purple card, once you put it on the base card and you were to go backwards and then want to power them up for whatever reason, probably to get the extra, you know, the extra attributes and the extra stats, you would lose everything you put on the other card. So this is something that I already know going into it that I would lose if I put it on Devin White the way he is right now, but I don't care because I'm not worried about his power up. I just want to add the extra speed. So we should have that option to do it without the power up if we want it. And I agree. I totally agree with you guys. So, you know, when the expert token and all that stuff comes in and then they're going to become, I don't know, what do they say? Like, you know, auctionable. I don't know what they're going to be doing, but whatever. You get to keep upgrading them. I don't know if they stay nat or whatever, but as the gauntlets go on, you get to keep upgrading them. But you should be able to add these, you know, to add these chemistries, these physical chems to the players. Going forward, I guess you guys can, you know, give feedback as usual, be respectable on social media, and, you know, do your part. I will do my part as well, and then we'll try to see what we could do with it. But at the end of the day, it is going to be like, because it was something that was occurring already, it is frustrating. Similar to the fact that you don't get any refunds from, you know, from the abilities. That's also a major issue. Like, say for instance, I just said, you know what, Saquon, I'm done with you, bro. Like, come to my office. I'm completely done with you. I'm completely taking everything away from you. You're evasive, all that stuff. If I do that, it doesn't matter though, because I'm not getting anything back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really, really wild that evasive is 1,500 training points, and if I just go ahead and take it off, you just take it off, and you get nothing back. But when you downgrade the player, you get half. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, mathematically, it's like, oh, what? You start to say to yourself, what exactly is happening? What is occurring at this point? Because it doesn't make any sense. I agree with that. Okay, but these are things that, you know, EA was aware of. I don't know, you know, exactly what's going on. We had to fight for a while to start to get points back and be able to downgrade. That was huge when they brought that back in 19, where you're able to downgrade the players and then that just stuck as gnats like we had to deal with in 18. So it's progressing, but these are issues that they were already aware of going in. And, you know, the community has been very, very outspoken about that. That if we decide to take something away, we should get a portion of it back. And in certain cases we do, and then obviously in certain cases we don't. So that's still going to create an uproar. But again, what we're going to do is we're going to still continue to communicate. I just want you guys to understand that even with the fact that you do not have those physical chems, these two players are very, very good running. I'm about to say running back. I was just on Saquon Barkley. Very, very good middle linebackers in this game. Okay, they are chasing down anyone. If you blitz them, you use them in nickel, however you want to use them, they are very, very good. And unfortunately, even with the fact that you guys can't put the physical chem, a lot of you guys are not putting 30 of 30 sprinter on your players anyway. So, you know, at that point, it doesn't matter. Many of you guys are not going to get the +2 speed, but to have the option to do it, I understand. And that's what you guys are saying. You should have the option because they're high overall elites to be able to do it. So, again, I would go ahead and leave feedback on the EA forums, you know, Reddit, things of that nature. Be respectable about it, bring it to their attention, and then we'll just keep moving forward with it and trying to see if we can make Madden better. Because ultimately, that's all we really want. Like, I may rage at it, but Madden is, you know, we love it regardless. You know, but we just want it to be better. Especially gameplay-wise with animations and stuff like that. So I just urge you guys to continue, if you're part of the GmiasWorld fam, to not go crazy and ridiculous on social media. Don't wake up, put on your Rambo makeup, and just start tweeting crazy. You know, be respectable, ask about it. You know, is there anything we could do about it? And just give feedback where you can. If you need more information about it, or you want to know how to get in contact, you know, with the forums and stuff like that, it's all at ea.com. You click on the game and you just go to the forums, or you find a Reddit post or create a Reddit post about Madden NFL 20 and just, you know, voice what's going on with it and your concerns. At EA Sports on Twitter, at EA Sports_MUT for the MUT team. And, you know, just stay respectable, keep it clean, PG pre-pubescent. Like, bruh, I don't want no profanity. I just want you guys to, just like in my streams, we could definitely get our point across without raging and cursing and stuff like that, and just see where it goes from there. And that's pretty much what it is. But I still think that those linebackers and the rookie premieres are pretty decent, but I would prefer that they had physical chem slots to upgrade them further. All right, so I'm definitely on board with you guys with that. I will support that movement. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. If you are new to the channel, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe. Click that notification bell to know when a video goes live. And I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have a great one. If you've watched the entire video, just write Moss in the comment section. Until next time, one love.